In the early stages of planning for Don't Peak, I sent out a short survey to around 40 members of my target audience, asking them what they thought of the plot, the characters, and just to find out what they wanted from a horror film. Because what determines a film's success is the target audience, how many people there are lining up outside the cinema to see it. Therefore, I wanted to make a film that would appeal to them and be something that they would be interested to going and seeing at the cinema. Even when Don't Peak was just an idea, the audience feedback was already really positive. The horror genre most popular with my target audience was psychological, closely followed by supernatural. Horror films that were quite popular with them were films like The Shining, The Woman in Black, Paranormal Activity, The Sixth Sense. So based on these results, I decided to develop Don't Peak into a psychological and supernatural horror film. To begin with, Don't Peak was already running along the psychological genre, so a majority of my target audience were already interested in the plotline and the character of Chrissy Milligan. A large majority of the target audience liked the fact that Chrissy Milligan was around their age because they felt they could relate to her more and sympathise with her. A large quantity liked the film's originality and the concept of mystery. The point of this survey was not only to find out if the film appealed to my target audience, but also to find out where I could improve it. As well as really positive feedback from a majority of my target audience, also came with really good feedback as to how I could improve it and make it appeal to even more members. Members thought that there should be more of a mystery regarding Chrissy Milligan, the protagonist's split personality, that she shouldn't be aware of it until later on. So I took this feedback on board and made sure to keep the mystery surrounding my protagonist, Chrissy Milligan, more mysterious and less obvious until the very end of my trailer. I also found out from my audience feedback that what a large majority of my audience love about the psychological horror genre is the jaw-dropping, unexpected twists. This made the protagonist, Chrissy Milligan, quite popular with my target audience, because it puts an interesting twist on the shy, quiet, lonely, bullied schoolgirl who no one would ever suspect and would never think would be capable of doing such awful things. Someone that you would never think would be the antagonist. There was also a suggestion that Chrissy Milligan should have a small group of friends to add to the plotline. I thought the idea of adding more characters to the plotline was certainly intriguing. However, I felt that Chrissy Milligan having a small group of friends might lessen her desire to escape from her harsh reality through books, and the audience wouldn't sympathise with her as much. But I did feel that Chrissy Milligan having at least one friend, one ally who knew about the disastrous events that were happening and how they linked to the book and the secrets behind the book would definitely thicken the plot and make it more tense and interesting. And so, there was Alison Day, Chrissy's one and only ally. I liked the way that the trailer built up and set the story first and then became tense about halfway through, and the quick cuts really were effective towards the end to make it more tense and exciting.
Once you read this book, you cannot escape.
Definitely, yeah. You can, because they've got the same pictures and images and same style, and obviously it's visual, and you can just see the link between all of them through the colour scheme and the style of font used and the images, which is the recurring theme seems to be the isolated girl coming through the door, so they're definitely linked, yeah.
Definitely. especially between the website and the poster, because you have the same image of the figure coming out the door, and especially with the colours, like the red and the white for the masthead on Don't Peek, and the tagline, like always judge a book by its cover. So there's clear links between all three.
Yeah, you can through the font you've used and through the characters and the split personalities. You've shown them all on all three website, poster and trailer. It's very effective.
Yeah, I can definitely. There is a lot of. Well, I like the fact that they're all quite similar and they all link to the genre. Like they're very dark, they're very powerful. Like the type of fonts you used on the websites and the poster, and just the image looks really good on the poster as well. It doesn't actually look like an image; it looks more like a drawing. I think that's effective because they do use books. The idea behind it is the use of a book, so it does definitely link. Yeah, I like that.
It's very obvious that it's a horror genre.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, it is.
The genre is communicated very clearly. Like the horror is definitely into the products, and the trailer shows the horror off really well. Like the quick cuts near the end is really effective. I like that you just see more action as it progresses. It builds up really well.
Across all three products, you have this sense of mystery, which you see in a lot of horror films, especially with like the black colours in the website and the poster. In the trailer specifically, it has the same build-up that you usually get. It has quite a lot of set up the story, but also it doesn't give too much away, and then it has a real big climactic finish, which really it leaves a lot of questions open.
Through use of your split personalities on your website and poster, it clearly shows the horror, such as The Shining. Also, that shows the split personality, and it comes across in the psychological horror genre as well.
Because of the title especially, and just the whole layout of it, and the scratchy effects on the fonts, and the music that you've used, and it's just very clear. It's very scary. Definitely, because the main thing that got me was the title, because it tempts you to watch more of it, and the trailer didn't give too much away, so you're not sure what's going to happen.
The trailer is it's very good, and it makes you want to find out what happened in the story.
I'm quite a big horror fan, so especially the psychological genre, it comes across quite well in your trailer as well. The build up towards the end, especially the quick cuts towards the end as well. It's really enthralling.
Same with the website, because there's so much to do, but also there is so much to do, but still you don't know anything about it, so it does make you want to watch the film.
The website's very, very high standard, so you know the film's going to be very good too. Definitely, yeah, very tense.
Yeah, definitely. From the middle towards the end, because you kind of know what's happening, and the pace as well. It keeps the suspense, and yeah, it's very tense.
The trailer was very tense. It was good at the beginning how the music was used to kind of make it quite an eerie effect on the horror, and then it just told you a bit more about the story, and then it went into the actual action part of the horror. It sped up quite a lot near the end, which is good in a horror film trailer, and yeah, it did definitely keep it tense.
Definitely towards the end, especially in the middle, that song that you used, I can't remember what it was called, but the song gave me goosebumps. It was really really build up the tension, and towards the quick cut to the end, it was really good.
Yeah, I did, because you can relate to her more, and also for general in the target audience, because bullying is a big issue, so it probably hits a lot of people.
Yeah, she is our age group, and she faces the type of difficulties that some people do in this age group, and obviously it kind of escalates that more and makes it more effective.
Chrissy was probably about our age, about 16, 17, so yeah, came across quite well, and yeah, the effects that she'd have at school would probably have an effect on us as well.
definitely, because we're all the same age, we're something to relate to. And because it's set in a school and we're all in a school, we can fit into that bracket quite well. Yeah, definitely. Supernatural element is shown through the book, and the way the story fits in as you read it and the people die, especially with the psychological as well. Towards the end, when it's revealed that the book, like the emblem of the book, the two people come together, and kind of like the two halves to Chrissy. It's clever.
Definitely, because you've got the psychological one with the bullying and how she's coping with it, and then the supernatural through the book that she finds, so it's very clearly communicated. Yeah.
Through the effects you've used on the website, the technology that you used, the flash elements that you use on the website as well, come across really well.
The psychological part of the horror film trailer is definitely shown, because you can see the link between the two sides of Chrissy Milligan, like the different personalities that she is showing, and one that she doesn't know about the other, but it comes into effect, and I do like that. Yeah, they do. On the products, definitely. Like on the website, they show the don't peek and the little sign in between the O on the don't peek sign, and just the flash is really effective, and just the fact that it changes colour from white to red, like the colour of blood, is really good and shows the genre off more, and there is definitely a lot of good use of that.
Yeah, there is. Especially on your website, there's quite a lot of features and activities to do. Especially the flash element, where on the sign, where you can actually find out what the sign on the book actually means. That's really quite effective.
I think I've watched the trailer like 3 times, and the website is packed full of information for you to read and stuff for you to do, like the behind the scenes and the bonus features with the wanted posters and the news reports. Definitely.
I think in a way, because you haven't given too much away, that almost makes you more interested, and that mixed with the title makes it very intriguing. So, but you've given enough away, like on the website you've got all the back extra footage and stuff, which is good as well. So yeah.
No, not really. It was a good trailer. I mean, it was a little bit long, but that was probably good because it showed the eerie part of the story into it, and then eventually went into the more tense action horror.
I'm going to struggle to, because it was actually really, really good, and I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I don't have any suggestions because it was brilliant.
It's really good.
It was really good is my comment.
Overall, I have learned from my audience feedback that all 3 of my products were extremely successful and appealed to my target audience. My audience loved the character of Chrissy Milligan and the interesting twist on her personality. They thought that the trailer was tense, which is what they asked for in their survey originally. They could see the links. The themes of psychological and supernatural were clearly portrayed through the trailer, the poster, and also the website. There was enough on the website to maintain their interest. They liked that Chrissy Milligan, the protagonist, was around the same age as them, because they could relate to her more and sympathise with her. They thought the concept of bullying was quite clear and a nice link to the psychological side, because Chrissy Milligan is facing an even harsher reality of what normal teens will be facing today. They liked the way that the trailer built up and set the story first and then became tense about halfway through, and the quick cuts really were effective towards the end to make it more tense and exciting. And overall, I discovered that Don't Peek is definitely a film that my target audience would be very interested in seeing at the cinema.